All right. I'm going to pick up where I left off in Homeward, He Who Caught the Wind. And I'm going to do more drink mixing, since there's still quite a bit left. Claren's
Suspicion confirmed.
First it was
While
Viola, now
patrolling the
Clint.
area, I was sure I'd sensed a familiar presence, so I came over to take a look. And sure enough, here you are.
Hello, Clarend. Please, have a seat, honored customer.
If Miss Charlotte were to see you like this, I'm guessing she'd take 100 pictures and write up a report. Sword-wielding traveler's secret side hustle. Exclusive cocktails from Tevat's Explorer Extraordinaire. You'd make the front pages of every major newspaper. And there'd be crowds of Fontanian tourists flocking to your drink stand, causing gridlock on the streets of Mondstadt.
I think you're being a little bit dramatic. If that really happened, I wouldn't be able to cope.
Luckily for you, I turned down Miss Charlotte's request to accompany me here, so you're unlikely to be seeing any scenes like that. Let's quietly celebrate this moment of peace. And on that note, I'd like a caramel blaze. That look on your face tells me you have a lot of questions you want to ask.
Let me mix you a cocktail first. You can drink while we chat.
Calm and effortless. I'm shocked to learn you're a real pro at this sort of thing.
Okay. Fire water, caramel, and cocoa. Into small pieces. Shake properly. Master's goblet. Caramel Blaze. In recent years, this blend has become one of Mondstadt's most famous drinks, celebrated for its bold colors and vibrant flavor. It's even been referenced in foreign works, from Fontaine's tabletop troupe to Inazuma's light novels.
Your caramel blaze is ready. Try not to drink it all in one go.
It sure lives up to its name. The color reminds me of a raging fire, while that aroma really hits you head on. It's quite strong.
Are you okay? Would you like some water?
I'm all right. I just need a little time to get used to it. As I recall, the last time I drank alcohol was at a wine tasting event that Navia invited me to last year. I only had a small sip of Sassica wine, and it was nowhere near as strong as this concoction of yours.
So, you basically don't drink at all? Don't force yourself to drink it if you don't want to.
From a purely rational perspective, alcohol can cause dizziness and impair one's ability to work, so it's best avoided altogether. But when Miss Farina saw me off at the docks, she mentioned that Mondstadt is the land of wine and poetry. Since I'm here, I thought I should at least try the local specialties.
That's reasonable. It would be a shame not to. As long as you stay within your limits, I'm sure you'll be fine.
In fact, Captain Eula, whom I sparred with earlier, has quite the refined taste for fine wine. She even gifted me a bottle of Romaritime flower fruit extract, which is no longer produced in Fontaine and can now only be found overseas. Out of the utmost respect for her skills, I feel compelled to deepen my knowledge of Mondstadt's wines.
Let me think carefully before I mix you another drink. I need to tweak the recipe a little to make sure that you're completely satisfied.
I truly appreciate all the trouble you're going to.
Oh, by the way, Miss Emily was here too.
Huh? Does that mean she's already finished her commission? Well, she's certainly efficient. Once I return to Fontaine, perhaps I can let Sigewin know that I'd be happy to purchase her latest perfume.
Oh? Sounds like you know her quite well.
I'm not sure I'd say that. On my way to Mondstadt, we happened to take the same boat. Naturally, we got to chatting. I've often heard Sigewin praise her work. After conversing with her on the journey over, I must say, she is indeed a rare and refined individual.
Refined? That's quite a refined way to put it.
She's gentle and composed, yet keeps others at a distance. Perhaps it's due to her profession. I find this approach ideal. It allows one to maintain a lasting sense of inner peace.
Sounds like you want me to arrange a get-together. The next time in Fontaine, why don't we all hang out together?
Oh, thank you, but there's really no need to set anything up. Our work rarely intersects, and our social circles hardly make for a Venn diagram, if you know what I mean. Best to just let things take their natural course.
What do you usually drink?
When I'm working, I often drink coffee. But with meals, I prefer a lighter tasting drink, like Buell fruit juice. Since I eat a lot of meat, the slight acidity of the juice helps balance out the greasiness. Over time, I've grown accustomed to the sour taste. After the swordsmanship exchange, the Knights of Favonius rather kindly treated me to some traditional Mondstadt cuisine. I had 8 different meat dishes, and all of them were excellent. The portions were huge, and only the highest quality cuts were used. Everything was cooked to absolute perfection. Of course, there was still room for improvement. When catering to tourists, the sticky honey roast and pile 'em up might benefit from a slightly lighter sauce.
Sounds like they treated you to a feast. Have you tried all of Mondstadt's signature meat dishes?
I've certainly tried all the red meat dishes. I think I've had enough calories to sustain 3 days of vigorous work, so I've had to decline all subsequent dining invitations. To be honest, I can still taste the grease. There must be a way to cleanse my palate.
Is that a gift from the Knights?
Indeed it is. The Knights codenamed Hazelnut 3 and Hazelnut 5 gave me this crest. I must say, it's exquisite. They told me the design has only just been finalized. Apparently, it's only presented to important guests. They said they're making a badge for you, too, but it hasn't been finished yet.
Hazelnut. Why have I never heard of these two? The Knights of Favonius really is a big organization.
You're not wrong. I guess it's similar to how I can't remember the name of every clerk in the Palais Mermonia. But I'm certain you'll get to know them in time. They're clearly seasoned veterans. Even though they work desk jobs, they still turn up in full armor. After handling my affairs, they headed to the tavern for a gathering, saying they wanted to continue last night's duel and determine who had the highest alcohol tolerance. Drinking barrels of beer the night before, yet being able to work with clear minds the next day. Whew.
That's just how Mondstadt is. Mondstadters like nothing more than to unwind with a drink after work.
So what you're saying is, while Mondstadters may seem carefree, they actually have an admirable ability to know their limits when it comes to drinking.
Okay, Mondstadt scenery. Have you seen much of Mondstadt yet?
I've seen a little. I took a stroll around the city the first day I got here. Navia's done some rather extensive research on this place. Many of the scenes and illustrations for the tabletop troupe were inspired by views of Mondstadt. However, the way she describes the atmosphere in her world building is quite different from the real Mondstadt. The deepest impression I've got since arriving here is one of swords and shields.
Swords and shields? Why is that?
Perhaps because I've mostly just visited the blacksmith and the training grounds. Recently, the newer weapons and armor produced in Mondstadt have been created using a completely different heat treatment process from those in Fontaine, with a higher carbon content in the surface layer. While this has slightly reduced their overall toughness, their impact resistance has greatly improved. These newer weapons give off a smell like overbrewed coffee.
I can't say I've noticed. That's quite the comparison.
Perhaps it's because that scent gave me such a positive first impression. You see, Fontaine's signature metalwork is often coated with a protective agent that contains Marcotte. Over time, the faint fragrance becomes overly sweet. And for some reason, it makes my teeth feel funny. I don't imagine the scent of Mondstadt's swords and shields would cause the same level of irritation.
Well, I've definitely learned something new today. I never realized there was so much complexity to how swords are made.
Of course, there is a solution to this problem. The next time you find yourself in Fontaine, there's another protective agent I can recommend. One that's as neutral as water, without any excess fragrance. If you also dislike being bombarded with sweetness, this protective agent should suit you well.
Surprisingly, Clorin's first positive impression of Mondstadt was one of swords and shields. She doesn't seem to favor overly sweet fragrances, preferring aromas with a salty hint. Perhaps I can try dusting the rim of the glass with star salt. Sounds like Clorin has an exceptional keen sense of taste, preferring drinks with a hint of sourness. Bellberries are sweet with a hint of sour, while wolfhooks are just the opposite, sour with a hint of sweet. I think she might prefer the latter. The crest is a souvenir that the knights gave to Clorin. Clorin doesn't usually drink, but out of respect for her Mondstadt opponent, she's at least willing to try. Still, I'd better not overdo things. A regular caramel blaze would be too much. I should downsize things a bit. Clorin seems to admire Emily. They appear to have similar preferences when it comes to drink. Maybe that's something to take into account? How should I approach this? Emily likes mild tea, and that last drink was also built around a light base. I should ask Clorin if she liked it. Emily likes to drink tea. How about you?
Are you already planning the details of our hypothetical get-together? Based on my previous experiences with alcohol, I'd guess my tolerance is similar to Emily's. Fruit liqueur is probably my limit. So when the time comes, I think you'd be best off mixing similar drinks for the both of us.
The firewater used in a Calabrese has far too much of a kick. How about replacing the firewater with something fruitier? Okay, got them all. I think I've come up with a drink that'll be more to your liking. Please, wait a moment.
All right, I'll make sure I'm mentally prepared. Even if it's still a bit strong, I'll do my best to finish it.
Fruit wine, caramel, wolfhook. So pieces of any size. Let's cut them into bits so we can blend them together nicely. I think I hit it too soon when I did it the first time. I'm a little sleepy, don't mind me. Shake properly. Coat Goblet S. Oh, that's what the one it's on. Okay. Star salt. Next. Leisure Time Lightning. Based on a caramel breeze, this novel cocktail was concocted especially for Clarend. After visiting Mondstadt with impressions shaped by the tabletop troupe, the lightning swift champion duelist is especially sensitive to metallic notes, showing a clear preference for flavors with a hint of salt. In her everyday choices, she also favors drinks with a gentle tartness to cut through richness. For most bartenders, balancing these two demands should require extreme care, but after honing your craft at the Angel's Tier in the flagship, you can precisely control every note in the cup. To help Clarend get into a relaxed mood on her tour of Mondstadt, you wonder if calling this a Leisure Time Lightning might be a good choice.
All right, this new creation is called Leisure Time Lightning. A cocktail made exclusively for champion duelists. Enjoy.
Have you added fruit wine? It tastes wonderful. This is ideal for me. There's a subtle saltiness that combines well with the tartness of the fruit and the sweetness of the caramel. Each sip balances delicately on the edge of perfection. The color of the wine also fits well with the name, and the lightning imagery contrasts with the fiery nature of the caramel glaze. But where does the leisure time part come in?
Don't you find Mondstadt to be a leisurely place? Taking it easy is what traveling's all about.
I see. That certainly matches the impression this cocktail gives me. Its unique aroma and taste will hold a special place in my memories of Mondstadt.
I'm glad you like it. Your satisfaction is my motivation.
Do you think, if the chance were to present itself, you'd be interested in mixing drinks somewhere else? A cafe, for instance, or the Hotel de Boer.
Huh? Why do you ask?
Mostly for Navia and Miss Farina's sake. Though obviously I'd be more than happy to try more of your masterpieces myself.
Of course. I'd love to let everyone have a taste. It's hard to say right now, but who knows what the future holds.
I understand. I won't try to strong-arm you. In any case, I truly appreciate your hospitality. Thanks to you, whether I'm summarizing the key lessons from my exchange with Miss Eula, or discussing strategy with the Knights of Favonius, I'll be in my best condition.
Okay.
Huh? Is that Mr. Honorary Knight? Yippee! It's you!
You are definitely not getting any alcohol. Hey, it's Klee.
Auntie Eula told Klee that Miss Hertha had found someone amazing to help out. Seeing you here, Mr. Honorary Knight, Klee knows this must be the best drink stand in all of Teyvat.
So kind of you to say, Klee. That's the ultimate goal. So... I'm gonna do that one.
You mean this stand isn't already the best? Well, out of all the drink stands Klee's ever visited, Mr. Honorary Knight's is easily the best. And no matter what drinks Mr. Honorary Knight makes, Klee will definitely think they're yummy.
This time, Klee, I need you to be a little tougher on me. You can criticize me all you like.
Oh, you want me to be mean? But Klee could never be mean to you. Let me think. I know! I'll pretend to be Albedo!
Oh god, this is gonna be adorable.
Whenever Albedo reviews Timaeus' work, his face goes super serious. And Klee can hear every word he says.
Brilliant. Then you can be Master Alchemist Klee.
Get ready for Klee's super amazing order! I'm going fish blasting with Mom soon. Don't tell Master Jean, though. So, Klee wants to order a fair weather frolic. Anything like a bright sunny day will definitely put Klee in a super duper mood.
Understood, Master Alchemist Klee. I'll get right on it.
I wonder what it'll taste like.
Tea, caramel, wolfhook. Since she said I wonder what it'll taste like, I am assuming she's never had this before. Into small bits. I haven't done anything with small lamp grass yet, I don't think. So let's do that. Fair Weather Frolic. A soft drink you'll find at drink stands everywhere. Sweet, tangy, and loved by all. Still, striking the perfect balance between tangy and sweet takes a practiced hand.
Your Fairweather Frolic is here. Go on, give it a try.
Wow! So, a fair weather frolic is this color? Purple sky. Is it supposed to be a bright, shiny night?
Maybe it's supposed to be a cloudless sky at dusk?
Klee will take a sip first. Then you can think about it more carefully. Ah, finished! Yummy! Both sweet and sour. If Klee drank this while eating grilled fish, I could definitely gobble down 2, or 3, or 4, or even 5! But one drink isn't enough. Klee wants to try a drink that tastes like cake.
Roger that. How about a cake in a cup?
Klee doesn't know what drink to choose. Why don't we decide together, Mr. Honorary Knight?
Speaking of food, I hope you're getting your 3 square meals a day.
3 square meals? Klee often eats 5 meals a day. Sometimes even 7.
Seriously?
Adventuring takes a lot of energy, and if I eat too much at once, I can't run so well. So, it's better to eat lots of smaller meals. Albedo used to prepare all Klee's meals, and my lunchbox was always arranged so neatly, just like a pretty painting.
That sounds like Albedo, alright. I'd like to try Albedo's cooking sometime.
When Albedo's busy at Dragonspine, Klee goes to eat with the other Knights of Favonius. Kaya's camp is usually the neatest, while Amber sometimes camps in the trees. It's so much fun. Oh, and Auntie Hertha makes the best food. When my mom comes back, there'll be even more yummy food to eat. There's this one dish where she takes loads of different fish and makes them into little pudding cubes. It's called rainbow fish jelly.
You're making me hungry. Great food from a great adventurer.
Her Chococo Crunchy slices are fantastic too. It's her newest creation made with chocolate and cookies. They're a little bitter, but they're crunchy. They smell scrumptious, and they have a really sweet aftertaste. Whenever I eat them, I feel so full of energy. Next time, Clee will have to bring some for you to try.
Do you plan to eat anything else today?
Yeah, when Clee gets back home, I'm gonna eat some salted nuts while reading my book. Clee used to eat cake after dinner, but Master Jean said it's too sugary, and it's not good to eat sugary things before bed. Apparently, it makes you chubby and gives you toothaches. So, Mom got some advice from Auntie Barbie, and now she gives me nuts instead. She says they help my brain remember things better. Nuts don't have much flavor. It's like chewing on grass, but they're okay if you add a little salt.
That sounds like a great solution. Nutritious and healthy. That candy you brought with you looks very special.
This stuff? Mom taught me how to make it using the alchemy bench. A dash of sugar, then a lot more sugar, then some flowers from Mom's friend in Fontaine, star honey from Auntie Barbie, and finally, some magical jam from Auntie Tavia. Put everything together on the alchemy table, wish for the shape you want, then recite Mom's incantation, and poof! Dodoco-shaped candy!
That's quite the process. What an amazing treat.
Clee can give you some Dodoco candy too if you want. And if you really like them, I can even teach you my mom's incantation. That way, you could make your own candy whenever you want.
Thanks for sharing your amazing recipe, Clee. I'll work really hard to learn how to do it.
If you get stuck, remember to come ask Clee. When it comes to magical candy, I'm an expert.
Do you have any other plans for today?
Yeah, Mom gave me an amazing book recently. She said I have to read one chapter every night, learn something useful, and then go to bed early. That book taught Clee how to make something called propellant. Now Jumpy Dumpty can go Fwah! And bounce even higher.
Is that really something you should be learning? Is it that easy to do?
It's not hard at all. In fact, it's a lot like making bombs. You just have to be careful when trimming it down. It's like sharpening a pencil that could suddenly go boom. Bedtime's an important part of Clee's schedule, too. Mom sits by my side and tells me all kinds of wonderful stories. She has a lamp made of gemstones, and when she turns it on, it goes kabling and lights up the ceiling.
Does the ceiling show scenes from the stories?
Yeah! When something happens in the story, the lights on the ceiling make pretty pictures. Sometimes Mom falls asleep before the story ends, so Clee has to tuck her in instead. As soon as Clee learns how to use the lamp, I can come tell you stories, Mr. Honorary Knight.
That sounds great. I'll be waiting.
Clee has memorized so many wonderful stories, enough to make everyone happy
He brought some of the candy that Alice taught her how to make. They're made with care and look appetizing. I'm sure they must taste good too. From the look of it, Clee seems to be partial to very sweet candy. What if I topped her drink with candy? It would make the perfect garnish, adding both flavor and flair. Clee can't miss her bedtime, so something overly stimulating isn't the best. That rules out tea. Perhaps I can replace the tea with milk? Clee can't have too much sugar before bed, so she has to eat nuts instead of her favorite desserts. That last drink contained caramel, which is way too sweet, so I'll have to take it out, but then the drink feels incomplete. Clee mentioned her daily meal times. Seems she really likes Alice's peculiar cooking. She told me about cocoa crunchy slices. I have some cocoa here, made from cocoa just like chocolate. How about I turn the cocoa into flakes and then swap them for the wolf hooks? It's certainly a lot less sweet without caramel, but the mouthfeel isn't quite there. Perhaps there's some other healthier option that can lend the drink a little sweetness? Let's talk to Klee again. There must be some ingredients that are both healthy and sweet.
Oh yeah! Klee still wants to eat sweet things, like cake, for example. Maybe we could just go easy on the cream? Or add more fruit? Oh, right! That friend of Mom's who's always wearing glasses gave her a big bag of Fontanian Buell fruit. They're so round and rolly. Klee ate a whole bunch of those, and they were super sweet. But Master Jean said it was okay, because sweet fruit isn't the same as sweet sugar. So if Klee really has to eat nuts, maybe I can just soak them in some fruit juice first?
Perfect. Klee likes belay fruits from Fontaine as well as juice. A little fermented fruit juice should help compensate for some of the lost sweetness. Fermented fruit juice? Doesn't that just mean alcohol? Are we seriously giving alcohol to a child? Alright, I know how to improve that drink. Let me mix another one for you.
Yeah, that was quick. Klee's looking forward to finding out how tasty your next concoction is.
No. Fairweather Frolic Special Blend. Based on a Fairweather Frolic, this novel cocktail was concocted specially for Klee. The original Fairweather Frolic had a purple hue, but wasn't quite cheerful enough. So let's add a touch of sunshine and a new fluffy clouds to capture that warm, happy feeling. Sweetness is a must, but staying healthy matters too. That's why the juice was carefully chosen with Master Jean's approval, with sweetness coming from belay fruit. And most important of all, Dodoco candy. Its tasty magic has to be placed right at the center of the clouds.
Ta-da! It's done! I just know you're going to love this new creation.
Wow! There's Dodoco candy on top! There's so much orange in this cup, and Dodoco looks like he's lying on top of white fluffy clouds. And the weather inside looks much better, too.
Would you like to taste it?
Yummy! It's so delicious! Klee has to drink slowly. I can't just gulp it down, or I'll miss all the yummy flavor. Mr. Honorary Knight, this is amazing! It's like you mixed sunshine with juice. Klee was so tired from playing, but now I feel refreshed. And warm. And peaceful. Oh. You're the best, Mr. Honorary Knight.
How about you choose a name for this drink, Klee? I'm sure you'll come up with something amazing.
Really? Let me think. When the weather's nice and Dodoko's happy, Dodoko will want to sing, right? And when Dodoko sings, Klee wants to sing too. So, let's call it Dodoko's Duet.
What a wonderful name. Your names are the best.
Thank you! And thanks for making such a yummy drink for Klee. Klee's gonna go tell Mom that the best drink in Mondstadt right now is Dodoko's Duet.
I'm glad you like it. I passed your test, Miss Klee.
Klee's gonna write down Mom's incantation and give you a copy, Mr. Honorary Knight. Then you should learn magic too, so you can make all the candies you want. See you next time!
And now let's go on to the last one. Varka next says something about Grandmaster.
Ha. So Hertha's even roped our honorary knight into helping with this little venture. When we were discussing the drink stand earlier, I took one look at the menu and could barely contain my excitement. Now, it's finally time to sample the finished products.
I'm here as a willing employee this time. I'm a hotshot mixologist no matter how you look at it.
Can't wait to see your skills in action. Give me something that goes well with casual conversation, but still packs a punch.
Are you sure those requirements don't clash? Is this some sort of test?
Of course they don't clash. A drink that packs a punch means you have to drink it slowly. And if you want to chat, then it has to go down smooth. So, something with a sweet aftertaste. A conversational connoisseur requires the perfect balance. The most suitable choice on this menu would be the Thorny Lake. It's a drink with a real kick that you can find in almost every bar. It's not enough to know the recipe, though. The key is in the mixing. Some bartenders choose to stick to the tried and tested basics, while others like to add their own personal flair.
Alright, I'll give it my best shot. I'll quickly learn the recipe and then give it a whirl.
That's the spirit. Now, show me what you've got.
Fizzy water. Huh? Okay. Oh, fire water. I thought it said fizzy water twice. Ha ha. Master Goblet. Let's go with this one again. Thorny Lake. A classic drink that traces its origins to Fontaine's Fishers. Built on a base of fire water, with coca adding a hint of sweetness, its sparkling fizz pricks the palate like countless tiny spikes, delivering a lingering tingle. After rising to popularity in Fontaine, it quickly swept across the vat, becoming one of the most enduring classics among specialty drinks.
Grandmaster, I hereby present you with this Thorny Lake for your enjoyment and assessment.
Well, the color and aroma are certainly on point. But as for the balance of flavors, I'll just have to taste it and find out. Not bad. You haven't overdone or skimped on any single ingredient. Though, unfortunately, it's a little too, polite for my tastes.
Polite? How can a drink be polite? Is this some sort of riddle?
Perhaps I should have said modest. You followed the formula to a T, but if anything, You've played it a little too safe. Were you worried that deviating just a little might disappoint me?
That's exactly what happened. I didn't want to disappoint the expert.
Hey, we fought side by side and dealt with things that even gods were loath to meddle with. Ours is a friendship forged in the margins between life and death. That said, if you ask me, you can ditch the nerves and work your mixologist magic. I'm looking for something that shocks the senses.
Alright, I'll get the creative juices flowing. Thanks to your encouragement, I'm ready to go all out.
Mull it over, there's no rush. We can chat while you think. Who knows? You might just find some inspiration to mix in with your magic.
Garden atmosphere. Drinking in a garden feels different from a tavern, right? Given the environment, why not try something with a floral twist?
Ha! I like your style. Speaking of this garden, it brings back memories of something that happened many years ago. When I was young, I like to find ruined guards to test my fighting skills, both armed and unarmed. Once, I failed to take down a stray missile, and it ended up destroying a watchtower on the city walls. As punishment, I had to run 50 laps around the city, repair the watchtower, and help rebuild the shattered walls in this garden.
Sounds like you caused quite the fuss. It's hard to imagine you getting disciplined so severely.
Indeed, among the misadventures of my youth, this is one of the most memorable ones. Mostly because that day, Crepus saw me covered in dirt. He took 2 bottles of 100-year-old wine and sent D-Luke, who looked even younger than Mika does today, to work out a clever way to get rid of Faru, who was guarding me. It was so hot that day, I could swear I was about to pass out. On a whim, I picked some mint leaves, put them in one of the wine bottles, and the result turned out to be surprisingly tasty. After Crepus tried it too, he was full of praise. He even wrote up an official recipe for my spontaneous creation. His customers loved it. Several summers passed, and Crepus kept writing letters about giving me a share of the profits, as though I could possibly accept.
That must have been so long ago, long before I came to Mondstadt.
Yes, good old Crepus. Faru retired years ago, but he still gives me a stern stare every time we meet. He's a stubborn one. D-Luke, who replaced him, and then Kaya, who took over later, both performed impeccably. Changing times will always belong to the youth. He should have admitted defeat long ago. When I get the chance, I'll have Kaya show him the amazing progress the cavalry company has made.
Besides being too polite, are there any other issues with my thorny lake?
Well, let me think. I guess you could say it lacks impact. Even when following the same recipe, the techniques used to mix different ingredients can affect the taste. Sometimes, deliberately creating layers between spirits can bring out the different, waves as each one hits the taste buds in sequence. In this regard, too, you've taken quite a tentative approach. Why not be a little bolder?
I think I understand. I didn't pay enough attention to these details before.
Ha ha ha. You catch on quickly. No need to explain further.
Anyway, on the subject of this garden, it's become a popular venue for hosting events.
It's a treasured place that the Knights of Favonius have maintained for years. So it makes sense that it's become the go-to location for organizing such things. I heard that while the expedition was underway, you were a great help in giving those left behind the opportunity to put their energy to good use. Sometimes, I look through the photos I've been given from those events. Though unfortunately, there aren't enough to include everybody. My conclusion is that Mondstadt needs to do more to popularize the camera.
Glass on the table. This massive tankard.
Pretty awesome, huh? It's like a hammerhead that you can fill with wine when you're not using it to pound in nails.
This is your Traswell drink mug, isn't it?
It was a gift. Hoffman came up with the idea, Charles supplied the design, Wagner helped cast it. And about 10 or so knights chipped in to pay for the materials. They've been waiting to have a good drink with me. And this is my crucial weapon to aid me in a fair duel with them all.
Fair duel?
I'm the Grand Master, after all. I've been drinking a lot longer than them. I've practiced more assiduously, and I have a bit more, meat to absorb the blows.
Oh, dear God.
So it's only fair to my subordinates that I drink a teensy bit more per round. Wouldn't you agree?
That's a little more than just teensy. I think you may have got your handicaps the wrong way around.
Of course, some of them have been training as long as I have, and those ones won't be getting any special treatment. Take Hazelnut 3 and Hazelnut 5, for example. Both were skilled warriors who helped me deal with Eric back in the day. But nowadays, I have them helping Jean with miscellaneous duties. At today's after-work cooldown, they insisted on trying to keep pace. In the end, they lost our game of darts and ended up passed out on the floor.
Oh, I forget what the guy's name was. Charles, maybe? That mans the bar usually at Angel's Tears. So yeah.
I've already told Jean that I won't be approving their leave request for tomorrow, no matter what.
To be honest, as someone who doesn't drink much, I'm still a little confused. Farka mentioned the impact of layering on the texture of the finished drink. He also said I was being quite tentative. Perhaps he meant the drink was too evenly mixed? In which case, I should try shaking it a little more softly when mixing. This oversized tanker was a gift from the knights to their Grand Master. Farka seems to like it very much. Considering his well-known drinking prowess, it only makes sense to present his drink in this tankard. Here we have Varka's memories of mint and fine wine. It's very important. Perfect. He wanted a drink with more impact, and the crispness of the mint should give it some punch. What if I replaced the cocoa with mint? He missed so many festivals and major events. I'm sure Farka still feels a bit of regret. If the Grandmaster hadn't gone away on expedition, he would probably have organized many events himself. I wonder how they might have turned out then. I can't help but wonder, would all the events he organized involve drinking wine? Maybe I should ask him. Who knows, it might spark some new inspiration. I wonder how these events might have turned out if you were here and not away on expedition.
If I were in charge of organizing events? Well, I suppose everyone would revolve around fine wine, or at the very least, there would be some sort of tasting involved. For example, we could go all in on this drink stand and open it to the whole city, with every company of the Knights selecting one or more mixologists to compete against each other.
I should have guessed. That's exactly your style.
It's only a thought. Can't let things get too out of hand. If I were to actually throw a grand banquet, Jean would come after me with her sword drawn. Even Frederica would launch a punitive expedition. While in Nodcry, we had a rule that knights must never get drunk while at their posts. Otherwise, it could lead to dereliction of duty, with serious consequences.
That sounds like a sensible rule. Fun shouldn't get in the way of important matters.
Exactly. As expedition members return to their companies, my hope is that this rule will gradually spread to everyone in Mondstadt too. Just like firewater and smetana, these Nodcry delicacies have made their way into Mondstadt's households and become part of people's daily lives. Young people need to learn restraint.
I didn't know you had that side to you. The fabled seasoned drinker's self-control.
At the end of the day, no one should be biting off more than they can chew. Unless it's someone near my level, they shouldn't even be thinking about enjoying a light buzz when they've still got work to do. Most people would just end up a whole lot drunker than they'd like. You should come practice with me on weekends. Trust me, once I've drunk them under the table, they'll be swearing off wine for a whole week.
What is it people say? Don't believe in fables? In the end, we discussed events in Varka's usual style. And then the conversation turned to the delicacies of Nodcry, some smetana in particular. Varka seems to have left with a positive impression of smetana. I'll see if I can use some in his drink. start mixing. Good news is, I think I know what to make for you. Can I borrow your hammer, please?
Huh? Oh, feel free. Whatever you're about to do, I've got a feeling I've hit the jackpot.
Okay, fire water, meta, some smetana, whatever, mint. Next. Fit ingredients in pieces of any size. Let's do this. There. Thorny Lake Special Blend. Based on a thorny lake, this novel cocktail was concocted specially for Varka. Having tasted countless fine drinks, the Grandmaster invites you to go all out and let your creativity run free. So you launch an unconventional kind of offense just for him. The first impact comes from mint's cool freshness and herbal notes, striking the palate on entry. Carefully preserved layers move in to mask the raw strength of the fire water at the core, delivering the decisive blow. Finally, smetana brings up the rear, anchoring the finish with precision and leaving no loose ends. Well, whether this bold, multi-layered experience will satisfy the Grandmaster, only he can say.
Here you go, Grandmaster. A cocktail just for you. I guarantee you won't find this one too polite.
Such a spirited drink. How did you make this? Well, that burning scent of fire water. Oh, it's as if the very air were about to ignite. This is more like it. Perfection. It's clear that once you let go of your inhibitions, your talents really shine through. That first hint of mint is like a cooling feint that masks the fire water underneath. By the time the sweetness dissipates, the fire water is already slipped in behind your guard, ready to deliver a powerful strike of intense flavor. Oh, it's exactly the impact I was hoping for.
And that's topped off with a hint of smetana, so the aftertaste won't feel too light.
That's the most ingenious part. Firewater's greatest flaw is a lack of aftertaste, but the smetana perfectly maintains the flavor at the peak of its intensity.
All this praise is making my cheeks red. The real inspiration came from everything you said.
It's hard to imagine something this good was created by a mixologist who doesn't even drink firewater. I think it has the potential to become a firm favorite in Mondstadt and Nodcry.
The Knight of Boris's symbol is a wolf, while the Knights of Avonius are as sturdy as iron. So how about calling this drink an Iron Wolf?
Iron Wolf. Oh, perfect. It's elegant, yet wild. Only you could come up with such a fitting name. Oh, I have an idea. Why don't we name our Knights of Favonius' drink stand after you? Let's call it the Honorary Knights Cocktail Shack. No time to waste. I'll go have a word with Glenfiddia right away.
Okay. Up. Quest line ending, I guess.
Hey there, traveler! All wrapped up for the day? Paimon hears you did a great job holding down the fort while she was out delivering drinks with Glenfiddia.
I've been feeling inspired. I got some great ideas from chatting with everyone.
Whatever the reason, the Honorary Knight is clearly one of the most talented mixologists in Mondstadt. Considering how short a time he's been doing this, I believe that someday he has the potential to give the legendary bartender at the Cat's Tail a run for her money.
I fully support your decision, Grandmaster. The Honorary Knight has really put in the hard yards. The drink stand will remain open for a little while longer to provide a proper welcome to our returning expedition members. Then, once we locate suitable premises, we also plan to look at operating a permanent service.
Hooray! Everyone in the Knights of Favonius will get to drink all the delicious cocktails they like!
Nothing short of what I'd expect from a true disciple of Hertha. You've really considered this thoroughly, Glenfidia.
Also, if I may, Honorary Knight, regarding the special cocktails you've developed, would you mind leaving the recipes with us? We'd like to add them to the official menu.
Of course. That way everyone can try them. It would be selfish not to.
Paimon feels like there's something you still want to say. Let Paimon have a guess. Based on your personality, you probably want to introduce the origin of each different cocktail. That way, customers will know who inspired you to create these amazing drinks.
Right on the Mora. You know me so well, Paimon. I think that's what everyone would want, right?
No problem at all. If you need, I can even have someone draft the paperwork on your behalf to secure you the rights to these new recipes.
I hope when we recruit some new bartenders, they'll be able to learn from your incredible skills. Even if they can't quite match your work, if they could be 2/3 as good, that would still make them industry leaders.
Alright. Let's go ahead and collect my rewards. Alright, so that's done. Oh, I already collected that earlier. Just a little bit more. Oh, look, it's giving me stuff for Varka. I appreciate that. Wait a minute. What's this? Oh, it's a skin for the weapon. It's not an actual weapon. Oh, that's gonna be cute. I should totally give that to Lisa! Okay, so that's gonna be it for now, and I'll see you guys later.